Hey, have you decided to start your first business in 2022, specifically an online business? If so, I am super excited for you. Congratulations. You've made a good choice because there has never been a better time to start an online business than today. My name is Art. I'm a co founder of a software as a service platform that has millions of end users, thousands of paying customers, and it's an extremely rewarding experience to succeed with something online. Now, there's a lot to that story, and it's a story for another day. But I want to tell you what my first project was, which helped me get into online marketing and launching my own businesses. So, the first thing I ever did was a teeth whitener product in 2004. I launched my first website. I was excited. I had a great product. I was going to distribute this product through my website, which was all Flash, not SEO friendly at all. But I had everything else set up. I had an 800 number with an inbound call center service that was based in Canada. Everything was ready to go for my first direct mail piece. I did 100,000 mailers in a Val pack, which was ended up being a complete waste of money. Spent $4,000, and I really thought I would do like a pretty good conversion rate on that first mailer, and it did not work out at all. And once that failed, I went to my web developer and I said, "Hey, this. I mean, I never hired a web developer from the beginning, and that was a problem. I just did my own little Flash template, and the developer showed me the source code. So he hit Command U or Control U on the keyboard, and I looked for the first time at the source code, and it was just one line of Shockwave Flash SWF file, and basically nothing there for Google to see. Well, fast forward, I've worked on many hundreds of client projects, and I've helped big sites like PXG Golf, Home Depot, Build Direct, many others. But the most satisfaction I get is helping small businesses succeed online. And I want to help you succeed. And so I've got five or six, give or take a few, pieces of advice that I think you should definitely pay attention to if this is your first online business. Number one, do keyword research to understand what kind of demand exists for your product before you create your product or service. Now, if you're already far along down this path of what you're selling and you already know exactly what you're selling, you still need to do keyword research to understand all the different varieties of search queries that people might do to find your product. And there's a lot of free ways to do this, easy ways to do keyword research. You don't have to buy tools, although I strongly recommend you sign up for keyword research tool like SEMrush. But you can go to Google Trends, you can go to Google directly, and you can just start searching for things that are related to the product that you want to sell. Now, if you have no clue at all what to sell, you need to have at least a category or an idea, a general idea of what you want to sell or can sell. Number two, figure out what unique niche or specific value you can bring to that product or service. You want to make sure that you are good at that product or service, and that more importantly, you can find some specific added value or unique proposition for your customers. In other words, don't sell the broad product meant for a broad audience. Try to find a specific audience for a specific product, and make sure that you can do that product really well. If you don't do a product extremely well, you become just basically a transactional player. You don't want to be that person or the company who just as a brief transaction and builds no customer loyalty. You want products or services that incite action and referrals, and you want people talking about your product, and that's what I'm talking about. It's really important that you understand how to deliver a really good, unique product, and so that people talk about it and come back for more and more. I used to do drop shipping in late 2000s, and I had a really good product supplier for a product that I used to sell. It was a seat cover with a padding for like an ATV. So it was ATV rear seats. I actually had that domain. I used to buy tons of domains and launch little microsites, and I had success. I had sales, but I retained exactly 0% of my customers who I used a drop shipper with. I used to find this product also on Amazon, and I'd also do gift. I would just mark as gift, and I would ship this product to customers who would find me on my website. And the problem with that is that I never built any customer loyalty. I had no added benefit. What you want to try to do instead of just selling a product that exists in multiple places, try to come up with some sort of package or combination of the product that makes it unique. So the next piece of advice I would give you is to launch on multiple marketplaces or channels, Amazon or Etsy or eBay. So even if you have no intention long term of being an Etsy shop or an eBay shop or Amazon, you just want traffic to your website, that's fine. But what you want is to get early interaction and experiences with your customers. And those marketplaces have a lot of traffic. In fact, Etsy is just one that has gained millions and millions of tens of millions of new customers just in the last 12 months. And by the way, when you sell a product on, let's say, Etsy, you can include coupons and links and QR codes, things to get people back to your website. And what you want early on a brand new, fresh website is you want to have Google see all these types of lots and lots of different IP addresses, lots of people all over the country, all over the world, searching for and finding your product. Now, that leads me to my next piece of advice. I think it's really critical that you build your first online business on a really good brand, a brandable domain name. Never pigeonhole yourself into one um, specific niche with your domain. So I always recommend look for a premium domain. By the way, premium domains, yes, they're expensive. You can go online and find really, really brandable, short premium domains that are perfectly fine for launching your first business. They might be expensive, but it's totally worth it if you have the intention and the purpose and the funding and backing for a full business. You have the funding and backing for a good domain. So build on a good domain. Another piece of advice I would give you if you're starting your first online business is to get help with your project as early as possible. In other words, you need some sort of an assistant, somebody to help you get your content published and built, because being a business owner is extremely exhaustive. It's exhausting. It takes up all your energy, all your time. You need somebody to kind of work with you from the first day to help execute on some of your vision. So, for example, if you go to Fiverr, you can go to any country and find a reasonable rate for web help, whether it's Shopify or WooCommerce, even Etsy listings. People use Fiverr for all kinds of things. Another great site is onlinejobs.ph. And lastly, just be extremely patient with yourself. If you're just starting for the first time, don't get discouraged by the competition that exists out there. Understand that the demand for your product or service is likely very, very high. Otherwise, you wouldn't be interested in it. But do make sure that that the demand is high, that it's something that you want to sell, and that you're going to be comfortable selling for many, many years. Or make sure it's something that you can sell, that you can exit from if you want to. Uh, be patient with yourself as you get started, because it's going to be a really, really fun ride for you. Also, if you found this information helpful, this is my first crack at doing any kind of YouTube content like this. I would really benefit from your letting me know in the comments if this is helpful and what other things you would like to learn about. I've worked with literally hundreds of other websites over the years, and I've helped many people succeed, as well as my own SaaS company. And I've got so much advice that I want to share with you. I love helping people do this stuff all day long. It's super satisfying. And I hope you succeed in 2022 with your first online business.